Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I was at Brisbane Magistrates Court. Client received a 6-month demerit point suspension letter from Queensland Transport. So basically the way that works is if someone runs out of points, they'll get a letter from Queensland Transport asking them to choose between a 3-month suspension and what's called a 12-month good driving behaviour period. You can obviously choose between one or the other. If you choose the 3 months, you're off the road for 3 months. But if you choose the good driving behaviour period, you'll be given a bonus 2 points to last 12 months. You can go 12 months without losing them, that'll be the end of it. But if you do lose those points, then you'll get a 6-month driver's licence suspension, and that's when you give me a call. Basically, if you haven't lost your licence for any reason in the last 5 years, we can apply for what's called a special hardship licence, and that was what I was engaged to for my client today. My client, as I said, he chose the good driving behaviour period. He did get 2 tickets during the good driving behaviour period, but the first one was for 1 point. As I said, you get 2 points, so if you don't lose those 2 points, you don't breach the good driving behaviour period. So my client got 1 point, which didn't count as a breach, but later on towards the end of the good driving behaviour period, he got another point and lost the remaining point. He got the 6-month suspension. He rang me. I drafted the relevant documentation. So with a special hardship licence application, what needs to happen is on the day of your suspension date, or later, it can't be before, but on the first day of your suspension, affidavits need to be filed with the court. So I drafted about an 8-page affidavit up for the client to sign, talking about income, expenses, family situation, what will happen if he loses his licence, what happened on the day in question. There's a reformatory course we get all of our clients to do, and I speak in the affidavits about what the client learned. I've also got to do about a 4-page affidavit up for the client's employer to sign, saying what they do, why they need their licence to do it, and the fact that they will lose their job if they lose their licence. We also get character references, we get our clients to get them based on a template that we provide, which guides the referee through who it's going to be addressed to. There's no point in saying to whom it may concern, because the magistrate's going to go, well, thanks for that. It needs to say, dear magistrate, I'm aware of the situation, however, notwithstanding the person's a good bloke, or person, or lady. I draft all of those affidavits. They get filed at the court jurisdiction within which the client lives. My client lived within Brisbane City jurisdiction, so that's where they were filed. On the day of filing, they're served upon Queensland Transport. Queensland Transport will reinstate the person's licence until midnight on the day before the day in question. So, sorry, until midnight on the day before the court date. So that's what happened. I drafted everything. First day of the suspension, they were filed at the court, and then straight after that, like straight from court, they were filed at Queensland Transport. Licence was given back. Client was able to drive right up until midnight last night. Suspension recommenced midnight last night. He and I met at court. I argued the application, so basically 70% of the work is in getting the affidavits right, and a lot of the time that is enough to persuade a magistrate to grant the application. I mean, the affidavits are the foundation, and basically the law prevents you from adding anything that isn't already in the affidavit. So if there's points that need to be covered, you need to make sure they're in the affidavits well before you go anywhere near a courtroom, because if you go to court and start trying to say a whole bunch of other stuff that isn't addressed in the affidavits, the magistrate's not going to want to hear it, and it's not going to help your application. So, as I said, drafted everything, filed it, served on Queensland Transport, met the client today, before court, met him nice and early, ran through the procedure, you know, where you sit, where you stand, yes, Your Honour, no, Your Honour, what they need to say, what I'll be saying, and, you know, the client doesn't need to say much at all. It's just, yes, Your Honour, if addressed, and I'll prompt them if they're sort of, I mean, a lot of people are petrified of going to court, so it's my job to, you know, take that away, let the client sort of think about other things while I address the key points that need to be addressed, and, you know, deal with the magistrate appropriately. Look, short version is we were successful, application was granted, so as I said, the suspension recommenced midnight last night. The order will be, once it's granted, he needs to take the formal document to Queensland Transport. They'll endorse his licence with the hardship licence condition, and then he's then free to drive for work purposes only for the next 6 months. In this case, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, given his line of work, which I'm not going to go into now. But for the sake of work, no change, 24/7, to and from work, job sites, etc. Everything that he'd otherwise do for work, he can keep doing, but he just can't do personal stuff like, you know, going fishing or visiting friends. In any event, the client's obviously very happy. Saved his licence, saved his job. I'm Andrew Wiseman. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle imprisonment, or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that